like a DJ. He literally has me in a chokehold when it comes to his mixes. Like, I am literally in a chokehold. So I'm gonna tell you this. I woke up this morning completely under the weather. Completely. Let me come here. What you're gonna do, even when you're out of the mood to do it. I'm going over here to let people know that we're on live here. So I am going to still do my live. You're gonna see me drinking some coffee, some water. Hi everybody, we are live here on Agent Tools for Success. Come over to the Agent Tools for Success page. I am talking about our newest course, the Blueprint Elevated. If you want to know more about this class or have any questions, come on to this page now. Okay, I just got them over here. So, how are you guys doing? How have you been? How is business? Let's start there. For my real estate professionals, how is business? How is business treating you? Thank you. And I got this last year. It's a 2-piece set from Zara. You guys know I love a high-low situation. I am not all about... I love nudes. I love neutrals. I love high-lows. So I always buy a lot of that. I'm actually doing a closet clean out now, but we'll talk about that later. How have you guys been? Are you making money? That's what I really want to know. You're selling real estate. How are things going? How are things going in the market? Are you making money? Because that's the biggest thing. You could use more leads. Ready to do real estate full time. Business is a lot more challenging this year. Someone said it is, hold on. Someone said it is, she said, just trying to get to the closing table. First year in business and I just had my first transaction. This looks so easy until you get in it. Everybody swears what we do is easy until you have to do what we do. And then when you have to get over here and do it, it's crazy. Savvy Realtor said, we're going to talk about some things too. Savvy Realtor said, I had to buy a client back out right after an appraisal due to her financing, but I'm still elevating. And stuff like that happens all the time. All the time. Let me see what else is going on. I'm going to read some of these comments first so we can really talk about Sinary Solutions said they just got licensed. Congratulations. Welcome. I'm setting this up right, y'all. So said yes to making money. Well, this is what we're here for. I think that's the reason why. Let me tell y'all the real reason why I like to have these conversations on Agent Tools for Success. Because at the end of the day, we get into business to make a profit, right? And so when I'm on like my page, QUIANA Watson page, I have so many clients on there, but I just want to be sure that when we're here, we can talk about the fact that how many of you guys got your real estate license not to make money? Exactly. How many of you guys got your real estate license because you wanted to have an unlimited income potential, control your schedule, and make money? If that's you, if you got your license because you want to make money, please drop a heart and put the money sign in the chat, because this is why you're here. Because I am not one of those coaches that do it for the passion. I'm passionate about my business, but I'm serious about making money. And so if you want someone that's going to cheerlead you and say, hey, just do it for the passion, this ain't the page for you. My ATFS squad members say, no, that I always say, we do not sacrifice our time, our bodies, running around in the car, and work day in and night for the passion. Passion is great. Having a passion for what you're doing actually helps you through the tough times. But understanding that you have a passion for what you're doing and you deserve to be compensated for what you put in, that is it. We need to make the money. And I think that so many people love to talk about passion. Just be passionate. No, we're not. Like when in the peak of my business, I'm working all day. And whether I'm physically working, telling people what to do, or creating systems and processes to make things seamless, I'm working all day. So no. So someone said, I'm just here to create generational wealth. That's your why. Yes, you got to. I think that generational wealth, I'm going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about the blueprint. Let me tell you my thoughts on generational wealth. Like I told you guys, I woke up a little under the weather. So generational wealth is things that we can pass generation to generation. And it sounds so good, right? But you got to make money first. And so let's talk about that. How does generational wealth work? I'm going to tell you how it works for me. So I was making money. I can make money because I know how to sell real estate. I have a brand. I have visibility. I can make money. Now that I've made some money, I need to create a business. Once you create a business, then you got to write down the processes of how to run that business. Once you write down the processes of how to run that business and make that business be able to run without you, as well as buying more real estate and investing in more real estate and investing in life insurance, whole life insurance, trust funds, then you build generational wealth. You don't build generational wealth by making your first $100,000 and nobody knows how to run your business but you. Now that's step one. Step one is actually making the money first. But we always talk about generational wealth, not understanding you can't pass down what you don't know. People try to pass down businesses without any SOPs. You can't pass down a business without systems and processes in place in how to run that business. You can't pass down, like you can pass down your money, you can set things up. But so when we talk about generational wealth, let's talk about it from, we got to make money first. We got to structure our businesses correctly first. And then when you make money, then you have to start investing and leveraging to build that generational wealth. So the core of building generational wealth is making money. And that's just what it comes down to. And I'm not going to sit here. I'm not the real estate coach to sit here and tell you that you don't need to make any money. I'm sorry, you do. It is a time taxing job. If you are in real estate, I want you just to give yourself a hand clap, because I know for a fact it is time taxing. It takes a lot of work to be a real estate agent, to operate at a high level. So now that I got that out the way, I'm going to talk about some classes that we released. We released a couple of classes on the website. This live, let me kind of take it back. This live is all about, let me tell you about the new classes we have on Agent Tools for Success. And let me tell you why I'm just now getting back active on this page. Because if you guys remember last year in 2021, I was on here all the time. I was going live. I had my ATFS, which is the ATFS membership. We met in the group 6 times a month when I had my membership. Most of my ATFS students, if you are here, please drop in the chat, ATFS squad. Excuse me. I told y'all at the beginning. And let me tell you everything I did last year that caused me to take a step back this year. So not only were we meeting 6 times a month in my ATFS membership group, I also launched my real estate firm and trained new agents. I also filmed a reality show. Filmed a reality show with my husband. Personally, I went through a failed in vitro process, which I'm okay now. Like I'll talk about my personal life on YouTube, so I don't want nobody to feel like I'm fine. But I went through all these things and I just kept going last year. And I don't know how I did it. Like I was like, how did I have this online training group film? And when I was filming, it was time taxing in itself. For that reality show, train, make sure my agents were successful in my real estate firm, build my real estate firm, creating systems and processes. I still personally sold $22 million in real estate last year, and brought on new people, right? And I'm like, when I did all of that, by the time the year ended and I was going into 2022, I said, I can't do this again. Like, I had to tell myself, I just simply cannot operate in that space the way that I was moving again. And so my business, I started to structure my business to run in such a way that I could take a step back and figure out, like, what do I want and what makes me happy? But beyond that, right, why, like, am I bringing value to this real estate industry? Because you always got to question that, right? I question that all the time. Like, am I bringing value? Because I could tell you guys all the time, and I mean this, like, there are some people that just teach because they are teachers. And then there are some people that teach because they can and they know, like, I'm going to make an income, but I'm going to make an impact too. But if I didn't teach at all, I would still be okay because I know how to run a business. You get what I'm saying? So I never just want to teach like I have to teach, because I enjoy it. So I want to enjoy it when I drop a class. I want to be excited to teach you guys something new, right? Shantanya said, God's favor is amazing over your life. She said, you really did it all. Yeah, so thank you, Shantanya. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, like, it was a tough year. And here we are, 6 months. Y'all know I've been talking about the elevated blueprint since last year, and we're just now launching it. And that's because I just needed some time. I needed some time, y'all. I didn't just want to launch something, and I wanted to figure out what works best for the client and what works best for me, right? Someone said, you left out 1,000 things from last year. It was so many things. Oh, I forgot that we did our a big award ceremony for all the Agent Tools for Success members. So that we did an award ceremony. Everybody came in town. It was 300 people. Shout out to Tori Williams Events. We awarded people that did great. Like, we awarded 10 people. #1 team, #1 sales agent, #1 luxury person. Like, we had a good time. And it wasn't until that moment that I recognized, like, wow, this is impactful what I'm creating. And even still right now, I'm going to tell you guys, there are still talks about, do I want to reopen a membership or a group membership? Like, but I can tell you it was just so much. I went to Dubai. I forgot about that. I did a luxury retreat in Dubai for real estate. I filmed the Rants and Gems podcast, and that is a labor of love in itself. A labor of love. Thank you so much for coming, Bonita. So now here I am. I'm back. And I'm back in, I've taken 6 months off. And when I say 6 months off, 6 months off from real estate. That was a Grammy of real estate. And I can tell you, I want to bring it back because it was all about real estate, right? And I realized as much as I try to run away from real estate, I run back. Every business I have is just basically an auxiliary business on real estate. So everything, the real estate is the core and everything comes out of that. And so let me give you guys some life updates with me. One life update is Watson Realty Co., my brokerage, now has 30 agents. 30. We most recently added some heavy hitters. Like, I have Ariane Ellsbury. She's my top producing team leader. She sold $21 million in real estate last year. Her team most recently, I think they're at $19 million for the year. We have Cordero Hinton. He just joined Watson Realty Co. He sold $17 million last year. And he is on track to do that again. We have Kayla. She's at Watson Realty Co. And she is a listing queen. She sold $17 million last year. We have Bria Early. She's here. She has her associate broker's license. She's my day one agent, like day one. And she's on track to sell $20 million this year. Kiara Roberts. Let me tell you about Kiara. Kiara's my #1 agent. We recently started and she is created an amazing team. Like I tell you, her new team members are exactly what she needs to grow and pivot in this business. So proud of her. Chanel came over to Watson Realty Co. She came over and closed on a huge church, a $1.8 million church, sold the church, and it's just so much, right? And I just added basically a commercial licensed agent to come and take over the commercial department. So all these things are happening with Watson Realty Co. That's just one of my businesses. And it's exciting. And I wanted to take a step back to really work on that. And then I'm like, okay, let me tell you guys what's important to me. So my husband and I, excuse me, I told y'all, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm under the weather. my husband and I, we just launched WRC development. So we have built and sold 4 houses, and I am like, oh my God, so proud of us. And I am doubling down on development. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about, these are like QUIANA business updates first, and then we'll talk about the classes, right? Are y'all with me for a little while? I plan to be here for about an hour. I don't want to rush. This is me dumping my life on y'all. I'm sorry, but I haven't had a chance to talk to nobody like that about what's been going on. And I always feel like ATFS is a safe space. So, okay, let me tell you about WR.